The suggestion was made by John Herbst, previously the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. 3 Ukrainian naval vessels were seized by the Russian military late last month as they passed through the Kerch Strait. The Kerch Strait separates the Sea of Azov from the Black Sea, passing by contested Crimea. Ambassador Herbst wrote, "The United States and the EU should also look closely at Kremlin provocations in the Sea of Azov, and consider an appropriate response. Perhaps it should not permit Russian ships sailing from ports in the Sea of Azov to call at European and U.S. ports, so long as Moscow is obstructing Ukrainian shipping there." The suggestion was made in the Beyond Borderlands report, produced by the Atlantic Council think tank. The report was published by the Atlantic Council, a U.S. think tank. Read more. World War III warning, U.S. in extraordinary flight over Ukraine. RU. The United States and the EU should also look closely at Kremlin provocations in the Sea of Azov. Image, Hromadski. Getty. Ukrainian vessels after being seized by Russia. Image, Getty. It was launched shortly before the 3 Ukrainian naval vessels were seized. The latest spat began when Russian authorities blocked a Kerch Strait bridge with a container ship. On November 25, 3 Ukrainian vessels, 2 artillery ships, and a tugboat in the strait were fired on and seized by Russian forces. A total of 23 Ukrainian sailors were taken into custody, 6 of whom were wounded. Read more. Russia attacks embassy in bizarre assault on UK over Ukraine. Crisis, a Ukrainian sailor after being detained by Russian forces. Image, Getty. In response, martial law was declared in 10 Ukrainian provinces. The country's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Pavlo Klimkin, said it was likely that Russia plans further acts of aggression at sea or on the ground. In 2014, Crimea was seized by Russian forces, with some local assistance, after pro-Kremlin Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych was overthrown by mass protests. The invasion, and subsequent Russian intervention in eastern Ukraine, were strongly condemned by the US and European countries, leading to sanctions. Ukrainian nationalists protest against Russian action in the Sea of Azov. Image, Getty. The bridge over the Kerch Strait was constructed by Russia, at a cost of £2.7 billion, after it took control of Crimea. Russian President Vladimir Putin officially opened it in May of this year. President Trump cancelled a planned meeting with Putin during the G20 summit in Argentina following the seizure. He tweeted, "Based on the fact that the ships and sailors have not been returned to Ukraine from Russia, I have decided it would be best for all parties concerned to cancel my previously scheduled meeting."